Hello there. Yeah, it's me, Mike, again. It's a beautiful day again, isn't it? So that's why I want to get the chat going now, so I can go out later. Right, so I just want to talk to you about what I enjoy, what I think a great story is, what I like in a movie, what I like in a TV drama. One thing that grabs me in a story is, the first thing for me is, it has to be meaty, it has to be full of drama. I am not interested in, ooh, aren't we happy? Yes, aren't we a happy family? Ooh, I love you. One thing that really doesn't turn me on is seeing people having sex on screen or kissing. I find it dull. I find it's just put in there to really satisfy the Skin Deep Brigade. I'll quickly tell you what I mean by the Skin Deep Brigade. People that think romantic stories are so exciting, and are they going to get together, and are they going to be in love, and are they going to have kids? Oh, it's boring. To me, it's boring, it's dull, it doesn't interest me. If the 12-year-old and the 10-year-old youth want to watch that kind of stuff, you're free to do so, but don't force it on me. I love my drama. I love to see my characters go through, these great journeys, these great dramatic journeys that really define them and make them into real people, if you like. The real measure of people is their history. That's what defines them. That's what carves out their character. And that's very important to me when watching a story, whether it be a film or a TV drama. One of my issues I have these days, we're supposed to be in an era now where women are equal, where women are not just sexual objects. But what's actually happened now is, it's very rare to see a female actress play a good role. Most of the time they're wearing low-cut tops, they're bending over with their butt cheeks hanging out, and when the actress is interviewed, it's like, well, my character, is she so important? Yeah, she's so important to the story. Well, actually, love, you're just the tits of the story. That's all you are. And this is the problem we have. And they think, these actresses believe a strong woman is some smug bitch who talks a lot and wiggles her ass as she leaves and gets the last word in. Well, that is not a strong woman. I've seen, in my lifetime, really, I've seen very few good female characters. It's kind of worrying. It's mainly in Hollywood that's the problem, but it's seeping through already. We've seen it happen on Doctor Who recently, especially with Amy, and especially played by Karen Gillan, and especially by Clara, played by Jenna Louise Coleman. These are not characters. They're women who make you want to look at them in a sexual way, but they're not actually character defining, and that's the problem. Yes, I'm a man. Yes, I like to see bosoms. Yes, I like to see bums. Yes, I like to see this and that, but there's places to go to watch that. I don't need to watch it in my drama. When I watch my drama, I love storytelling. It's a magical art form, and especially when I see the female roles not being done properly, we haven't moved on, have we? And it's a problem to me. I know they want to attract the youth. I know they want to get that teen demographic up. It's not how you do it. And the problem is, these days, after kids I talk to, want to see adult stories. They want to see adult characters. They're not interested in watching themselves. They're not interested in watching teenagers going, I hate you, mum and dad, leave me alone. It's boring. We've seen it recently, haven't we, with Belle on Emmerdale, how awful that was, seeing Belle, who was this lovely, sweet little character, grow up. And I know some teenagers have issues with their parents, and they do this and they do that, but let's be honest, isn't it better, for example, with Belle in Emmerdale, if we saw a young lady growing up, going to school, being responsible, having dramatic stories, of course. She doesn't necessarily have to like school, but she should have a personality that goes beyond saying, I want a boy, I want to be in love, I want to be a rebel, I want to get drunk and golf with my mate. It's boring, and I know, because I read it on the net. It's boring for kids, it's boring for teenagers as well. It's not what they want to see. We don't move on. We are at the moment in a very transparent era of storytelling, and it's not fun, it's not exciting. If we look at cinema in context of Hollywood, the only movies that people are really going to see are the blockbusters, the superhero films. The buzz over Man of Steel, of course, is the film I'm obsessed with seeing because I'm a Superman fan. But it is all about the superheroes, all about the blockbusters. They're all reboots. They're all bringing back those classic stories. And of course, there's a place for those stories. And it's great that they're being remade. But where are the other movies? Where are, I'm going to sound like an old man. When I was a kid, but when I was a kid, you had those other movies. You had the Police Academy movies. You had Gremlins. You had Cocoon. They weren't necessarily blockbusters, but they were there as well as the blockbusters. And they were extremely important, especially to the financial aspect of Hollywood. But you look at it now, it is just a blockbuster. When you look at the TV shows, in 2001, we saw a new generation, a new era of compelling TV, in the sense of Smallville, in the sense of 24, in the sense of Alias. They were really different shows that were made like feature films, and that was awesome. But now we're really coming to a stage again with these TV shows where they're bad impressions of themselves. I've enjoyed Arrow this year, that's really good, but we've had a few fillers with that recently. I mean, I watched a new episode today. In the past couple of episodes, the island scenes have been a snore fest. I mean, today's episode, all in all, was actually really good, and I loved the show, and I know it went on a great note for the first season. But the problem is there is not enough good shows like we had in the early 2000s, especially with Smallville, which was an epic show because it was a show that did something different. Yes, it was about Clark Kent, who one day will become Superman. But it was fascinating to do that pre-Superman story, and as you watch the character, you think, my God, one day he's going to be Superman. When you saw Kiefer as Jack Bauer, it was compelling. We'd never seen TV like this before. It was a great thing to behold. And to be honest with you, we are now getting TV that's just, it's the same thing again. And there's not many really, I mean, actually, one of the few things that I've enjoyed is Dallas. The Dallas reboot's been amazing. I mean, I watched Dallas as a kid and loved it, but this reboot has been really special, and Cynthia Cedro, who's brought it back, has done a marvellous job in really bringing Dallas back for the modern era, but keeping what made it great. And that's a difficult thing to do when you're rebooting something or relaunching it. And I mean, I can't wait to season 3. Apparently there will be a season 3. I've got a few conspiracy theories about that, haven't I always? I mean, there hasn't been any announcement yet, and it's, who knows, maybe it's going to be on a bigger network next year. Maybe that's the delay. Maybe it won't be on TNT, but I'll tell you something, when I know, you'll know.